It's been more than 2.5 years since the legalization of non-medical cannabis in Canada, and roughly 18 months since edible products were made available. Throughout this time, we've kept public safety front and center. Our goals have included establishing a well-regulated retail system where consumers can access quality products, taking action against the illicit market, and keeping cannabis out of the hands of our kids. Today, I'm here to talk with you about some of the specific risks associated with buying illicit cannabis. As you may know, Health Canada requires cannabis cultivators to test dry cannabis to ensure that it is fit for consumption. But very little is known about the quality of illicit cannabis products and production practices. In the interests of health and safety, the BC Cannabis Secretariat recently conducted a pilot study to test 20 dried cannabis samples, which were seized from illicit stores across Metro Vancouver by our Community Safety Unit. The samples went to a federally licensed lab for testing, and the results are concerning. The lab found 24 distinct pesticides, with almost every sample containing at least one. There were also unacceptable levels of bacteria, fungi, or heavy metals in many of the samples. A part of this pilot study, the province collaborated with the BC Centre for Disease Control and the National Collaborating Centre for Environmental Health. The National Centre has written a blog post that provides an overview of the contaminants, plus more information for consumers on what they might be exposing themselves to. Next, I want to highlight the danger posed by illicit cannabis products in packaging that imitates well-known candy, cookie, and snack brands. Behind me, you'll see examples of those products seized from an illicit retailer here in BC. With their familiar images, colors, and names, these are obviously attractive to children. But their content isn't candy, it's illicit cannabis, often with a THC concentration that exceeds legal product limits by 10 times or more. My message today is twofold. To adults who use, don't buy illicit cannabis because you don't know what's in it and it may be contaminated. If you choose to use cannabis, buy it legal. To adults who have children in their lives, do not buy illicit cannabis that is packaged to look like candy because kids can mistake it for candy and may end up in hospital. When you buy from an illicit storefront or an online seller, you don't know where it's coming from or whether it's clean and fit for human consumption. What's more, you may also be supporting organized criminal operations that pose a danger to our communities. In contrast, when you buy from a licensed seller, you can trust the label on the product. You know that you're supporting legitimate local businesses and workers, and you can feel assured that tax revenue will go towards the public services that we all rely on, such as healthcare and education, not into the pockets of illegal retailers or